bald head. My bald head is going to be on full display. Let me try this quick. All right, this is really taking longer than I got, so let me hurry. I'm trying to see how quickly I can do this. And I got to, oh, screen, that screen, share. Now I'm not going to be the center of attention as much. Okay, no, okay. Let me just do this real fast because I am late. So I'll at some point I'll go over the whole account and how we got here. But right now, where we are is I've got I'm checking on this Weeble uh, trade that I have right now, which is a 14 at I bought it for 14.43. It is currently at 14.11 with the contract itself uh, on Friday for 14.50. Currently, if I try to roll it, and I'll come back at some point and explain what all that means. But right now, I have a contract with these folks at the market to take these shares from me. I bought 100 shares, so they're going to take them from me for 14.50, which I paid 14 for them. Um, and if I were to roll it right now over to next week, so that it would be next Friday, I'd collect 42 as soon as the market opens, and that's a limit order just for the day, so I can check it later on when I'm at work. And what will happen is I will be selling the calendar, and it's a swap, selling that one for this one, trading it out, and I'll end up with a 42-cent credit. Uh, I'm not borrowing. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go that route and then check it when I get to work. And I will explain all of that the next time, but what that will result in, and actually I could have showed you right there where it said, well, here, let me just do it all over again. If I 10 minutes. So, okay, I have literally 5 minutes, but that's how long it took me to do that just now. So if I just cancel that order, all right, then go back over here, and I'm going to, here's my Weevil position. I bought it. So I will try to explain this a little bit. I just say it would be easiest to do by showing you the symbol and all of the trades that I did. I bought 100 shares for 14.43. At the same time, the market paid me 44 cents or $44 because that's 1400 and because there's 100 shares, so it's $1,400.43. But at the same time, they gave me $44 for that contract to buy them from me for 14.50 because they're hoping that it's going to go higher. So am I. I bought it then. In actuality, what they took from me was 13.99. That's that 14.43 minus that premium that I took of 44 cents. Now, I am going to roll that beautiful bean footage by coming over here where it says roll order, and I'm going to roll it, and it's going to set me up an order to buy that one back, and I can go into the whole thing. It's got a price now because the price shifts, and some of these will not stand once the actual market is up because these numbers constantly change when the market is actually in play. So, but at open, if they fill me, I will have a traded this contract. Well, here, let me show you what I'm going to do. I will sell that contract and swap them over the one for the 26th to the 3rd, and I will receive a credit of $42, right? But there are commissions and fees, so I will actually receive $40 for the week. That is a bit more than 1%, And here's where we go when we'll do that. And then I'll just try to do this. There's a calculator. Oh yeah, there it is. I set it on the thing so I can use it. So let me do this real quickly. If you start with $1,000 times 0.01%, and that's my goal for each week, that's $10. If I can get that to close for $40, that is well above that. And I have met my goal, and I will just be done messing around with it for the week. I mean, not done, and I don't say messing around, because I actually have another position that I'm just, these are some shares that I'm holding in hopes these don't actually do options, but I got them in hopes that they will rise from the price that they are, which is when I got it. They are not currently doing that. And I don't have time to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, I bought it at 290 right here uh, a few days ago, or a week, couple weeks ago. And it has kind of set here consolidating, what to call it, and the news that we're expecting will start to take effect, and the hope is that it will go up. If it does, great. If it doesn't, I have a stop loss that will keep me from losing too much on that. But as you see in my other positions, I'm able to collect $42 for this week. So there we are. I'm happy, um, which is more than my 1%. And at this point, that's 1% on the actual. Where'd that calculator go? It's 1% on that $1,000, but the fact is that the account has now kind of grown because of those instances where instead of 1% you get much more. This was actually like 4% of 1,000, more like 2% of what my current actual account is, but uh, and on the actual money, $1,400 is what I actually spent. So 42 cents is again a good. I really must go. So I'm gonna look at that one and go $1,400 is what I spent, and I'm gonna multiply that again by 0.01 and say my goal was $14. So I did what much better than that with $42. That's 3 times that. So that's a 3% on the 1,400 times 0.03. So that's 42. That's 3% for that money doing the work, and it's getting paid better than me. So I'll let it do the work, and that's my goal for all of us. So let me get out of here because I got to go to work. Your stream will stop immediately. Yes. Goodbye. Have a good day, and hi to my kids, coworkers, friends,